Parenting is a rewarding yet challenging journey, filled with moments of joy and frustration alike. At times, despite our best efforts, children may show disrespect or ignore us, leaving us feeling emotionally drained and unsure of how to respond. In these situations, it's tempting to react impulsively, raising our voices or asserting authority. However, such reactions can escalate conflicts and strain relationships. This guide offers a 6-step approach to navigating these difficult moments with patience, empathy, and emotional control. It focuses on fostering stronger connections, built on mutual respect and trust. Rather than offering quick fixes, these strategies aim to cultivate emotional maturity and resilience, helping both parents and children grow through conflict and build lasting bonds. Step 1. Keeping your emotions in check. The first and most crucial step in handling conflict with children is maintaining emotional control. In the heat of the moment, it's natural to feel anger, frustration, or hurt when our children ignore us or act disrespectfully. These emotions can feel overpowering, as if they are an uncontrollable fire that threatens to burst out of us at any moment. However, as challenging as it may be, reacting impulsively in these moments can often escalate the situation, leading to more conflict and possibly even permanent damage to the parent-child relationship. In order to maintain emotional stability, the first thing a parent needs to do is pause and take a deep breath. When emotions are running high, it's important to take a step back and give yourself space to process what you're feeling. Rather than reacting immediately, try closing your eyes for a few seconds and allow yourself to regain composure. This brief moment of pause is critical. It may seem small, but it's the difference between responding in anger and responding with clarity and purpose. Remember that the calmness you project in these moments has an enormous impact on your relationship with your children. When they see you stay composed, even in the face of their defiance or disrespect, it sends a powerful message. It signals that you are not easily shaken and that you have the emotional maturity to handle difficult situations with grace. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. After achieving emotional stability, the next important step is to show understanding, but without compromising on discipline. One of the most common parental instincts in the face of disrespect is to immediately react with authority, often in the form of harsh criticism or attempts to correct the behavior. While it's natural to want to stop the bad behavior right away, reacting impulsively in this way can inadvertently shut down any chance for meaningful communication. Instead of jumping straight into correcting your child, take a step back and try to understand what's driving their behavior. Often, when children act out in defiance or disrespect, it's not because they are simply trying to upset you. More often than not, their behavior is a reflection of emotions they may not know how to express or process. Emotions like insecurity, fear, confusion, or stress. This deeper understanding requires patience, empathy, and the willingness to look beyond the surface of their actions. For example, a child may snap at you in frustration or ignore you because they are feeling overwhelmed by something happening in their life, whether it's academic pressure, social challenges, or even struggles with their own self-esteem. In these cases, their negative behavior may be a coping mechanism, an outward expression of inner turmoil. By recognizing this, you avoid the temptation to respond with anger or harsh discipline, and instead, you create the space to have a more productive conversation. This doesn't mean excusing or tolerating poor behavior. It simply means that, as a parent, you are choosing to approach the situation with empathy. You acknowledge that your child's emotions are real and deserve to be understood, even if the way they express them is inappropriate. This approach not only helps de-escalate the immediate conflict, but it also teaches your child that their feelings matter and that they are not simply a source of frustration for you. It opens the door for meaningful communication where both parties feel heard and respected. Balancing boundaries with empathy. When you show understanding without giving in, it's important to strike a balance. Showing empathy doesn't mean allowing disrespect to slide or abandoning discipline altogether. In fact, this approach requires a firm but loving stance on maintaining healthy boundaries. You can acknowledge your child's feelings while also holding them accountable for their actions. This is where emotional maturity comes into play. By recognizing that your child's behavior stems from deeper emotions, you don't need to react with anger or judgment. Instead, you can acknowledge their feelings and provide them with the opportunity to explore those emotions in a safe, supportive environment. For example, after your teenager snaps at you, instead of reacting harshly, try saying something like, "I can see that you're upset right now. Do you want to talk about what's going on?" This simple shift in perspective allows you to remain the authority figure while also showing your child that you care about their emotional well-being. It also opens the door to a deeper connection, one that is based on trust and understanding rather than fear of punishment or judgment. The power of empathy in building trust. One of the most profound benefits of showing understanding without giving in is the way it builds trust between parent and child. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it is especially crucial in the parent-child dynamic. When children feel that they are being understood rather than judged or criticized, they are more likely to open up and share their thoughts and feelings. This fosters a stronger bond, where both parents and children feel safe expressing themselves without fear of rejection or anger. Empathy teaches children a valuable life skill: how to manage their own emotions and express them constructively. When they see their parents approach difficult moments with understanding and composure, they are more likely to mirror that behavior in their own interactions, both at home and in the wider world. It's a powerful cycle that reinforces emotional maturity, respect, and healthy communication. Conclusion: turning conflict into connection. Parenting is undoubtedly one of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of life. There will be moments when children act out or show disrespect, and these moments can test even the most patient parents. However, by applying these two foundational strategies, keeping your emotions in check and showing understanding without giving in, you can not only manage these difficult moments, but also use them as opportunities to strengthen your relationship with your children. Remember, parenting is not about achieving perfection, but about fostering a loving and resilient relationship that can weather any storm. When you stay calm and empathetic, you create an environment where conflict is not feared, but rather seen as a chance to grow, learn, and connect on a deeper level. And through this, you teach your children invaluable lessons in emotional intelligence, empathy, and how to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. These are lessons that will serve them well throughout their lives, helping them become emotionally resilient, self-aware individuals. Children as reflective learners. It's essential to understand the depth of how children learn from observing the adults in their lives, especially their parents. From the moment they are born, children begin mirroring their surroundings. They observe their parents' tone of voice, facial expressions, body language, and how they navigate both positive and negative experiences. This mirroring isn't just about copying physical actions, it's also about adopting emotional responses and ways of processing the world. For example, if a child sees their parent calmly handle a frustrating situation, they will learn to approach their own challenges with a sense of calmness. If a parent reacts impulsively, expressing anger or frustration in response to a situation, the child may begin to mimic those behaviors, associating anger with problem solving. Children's ability to mimic behavior is a powerful learning tool, which is why it's crucial to model the behaviors we wish to instill in them. It's not enough to merely tell children to be respectful, patient, or understanding. We must demonstrate these qualities in our own actions. For instance, if we want our children to approach situations with patience and tolerance, we need to show them how patience looks in action. When we model patience, they learn how to apply it in their own lives. This idea of modeling behavior creates a continuous loop in the parent-child relationship, where both parent and child learn from each other and grow together. The impact of our reactions. When conflict arises, as it inevitably does in any relationship, how we react becomes even more crucial. Children are particularly observant during moments of tension, making these instances ripe for teaching important life skills. Consider a moment when a child is acting out, whether it's a temper tantrum, an argument with a sibling, or a rebellious outburst. How do you respond in those moments? Do you meet their frustration with your own anger, shouting and demanding compliance? Or do you take a deep breath, remain calm, and approach the situation with the understanding that the child's behavior may stem from unmet needs, insecurities, or frustration? The key to teaching children emotional intelligence lies in the way we manage these difficult moments. If a parent reacts impulsively, allowing their emotions to control their actions, this sends a message to the child that it is acceptable to let anger dictate behavior. However, if the parent remains calm, composed, and responds with empathy, it teaches the child how to manage their own emotions and resolve conflicts in a more peaceful, constructive manner. A child who witnesses their parent handling frustration with grace is more likely to internalize this behavior. They begin to understand that managing one's emotions in the face of adversity is a valuable life skill. This kind of modeling teaches them that emotions are not something to be suppressed or ignored, but something to be recognized, understood, and channeled in productive ways. By practicing emotional regulation, parents create an environment where children feel safe to express themselves without fear of retribution. Respect as a reciprocal process. Respect is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship, and the relationship between parents and children is no exception. If you want your children to respect you, you must first show respect to them. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything they do or allowing them to dictate the terms of your household, but it does mean showing them kindness, validation, and understanding. When children feel that their opinions and emotions are respected, they are more likely to return that respect in kind. Take a moment to think about how you speak to your child. Do you communicate with them in a way that acknowledges their feelings, even if you don't agree with their actions? Do you listen to them without interrupting or belittling their concerns? Respect in communication goes both ways. If you expect your child to listen to you, it's vital to demonstrate active listening when they speak. This doesn't mean that every conversation will be perfect, but it does mean you make a consistent effort to engage with your child in a respectful, patient, and open-minded manner. The act of showing respect, even in moments of disagreement, can transform the way your child views their relationship with you. They will start to see you as someone who values their thoughts and feelings, and in turn, they will be more inclined to value yours. This mutual respect is the foundation of a relationship that isn't built solely on authority or control, but on a partnership where both parent and child are active participants in the relationship. Modeling, patience, and problem-solving. One of the most important qualities a parent can model is patience. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't go as planned, but modeling patience for your child shows them how to handle difficult situations without losing composure. Take, for example, the experience of waiting in line or dealing with a delay. As adults, we often face moments when we feel inconvenienced or pressed for time, and our instinct might be to express frustration or impatience. However, if we express these feelings outwardly, we teach our children that it's okay to give in to frustration. If we instead handle the situation with patience, accepting the delay without complaint, we demonstrate to our children that setbacks are simply part of life and can be dealt with calmly. Similarly, problem solving is another key skill that children learn by watching their parents. How do you approach problems? When a challenge arises, do you immediately give up, or do you take a thoughtful, systematic approach to resolve it? Children absorb these problem-solving techniques and begin to replicate them in their own lives. By demonstrating persistence, creativity, and a solution-oriented mindset, parents can teach children to approach problems with confidence and resilience. The ripple effect of modeling positive behavior. Every action a parent takes has the potential to influence their child. Even small moments, like how you speak to others, how you handle stress, or how you treat those around you, serve as lessons for your child. Over time, this modeling can lead to profound shifts in behavior. For instance, when a child sees their parents speak kindly to a cashier or offer a helping hand to someone in need, they learn the value of kindness and empathy. Similarly, when they witness their parent take responsibility for a mistake or apologize when necessary, they learn the importance of accountability and humility. This ripple effect can be seen in how children interact with their peers, handle challenges, and make decisions as they grow older. Children who are consistently exposed to positive behaviors and constructive ways of handling difficulties are more likely to adopt those behaviors as their own. The more frequently they witness positive behavior, the more natural it becomes for them to mirror it in their own lives. The power of patience in parenting. Patience is not only essential in the moment-to-moment reactions, but also in the overall approach to parenting. It takes time for children to develop the emotional maturity and behavioral skills that parents hope to see. Understanding this fact requires parents to approach the journey of raising children with patience and grace. There will be times when your child's behavior challenges your resolve, but it is important to remember that your consistency in modeling positive behavior will gradually yield results. As your child grows, their capacity to understand complex emotions and relationships will evolve. However, this process doesn't happen overnight. Just as a plant takes time to grow, so too does your child's emotional intelligence and ability to manage their behavior. This is where the power of modeling becomes most evident. The more a parent demonstrates patience and emotional regulation, the more likely they are to help their child develop these qualities over time. Respect in times of conflict. The true test of integrity. One of the core aspects of modeling good behavior is showing respect, particularly when it is hardest to do so. For example, it's much easier to be respectful and considerate when everything is going smoothly, when the atmosphere is calm and harmonious. However, conflict and tension reveal what's truly inside us. When a parent faces a conflict with their child, especially in moments of anger or frustration, how the parent handles the situation will speak volumes. Imagine a child who has just spoken rudely or acted out of frustration. If the parent responds with harshness or disrespect, they may be teaching their child that it's okay to handle disagreements through raised voices, sarcasm, or insults. However, if the parent, despite the irritation, maintains composure and shows respect, they demonstrate that conflicts can be resolved without tearing down the other person involved. The key in such moments is not to ignore or dismiss the child's emotions, but to acknowledge them while maintaining one's own sense of respect. By modeling this behavior, parents can teach their children the valuable skill of disagreeing without disrespecting the other person. Active listening. A two-way street. Listening is another area where the example a parent sets is crucial. Children learn to listen attentively by watching their parents. If a parent shows impatience or dismisses a child's concerns by interrupting or multitasking during conversations, the child learns that their own thoughts and feelings are not worth the time of day. On the other hand, if a parent listens attentively, makes eye contact, and refrains from interrupting, they send a powerful message. Your voice matters. I am here, present and focused, to hear you. Active listening is not merely about hearing the words. It's about being fully present in the moment. Children need to feel that they are being valued and understood. This fosters not only a sense of belonging but also reinforces their belief in their own worth. It encourages them to develop the same habits in their own relationships, whether with siblings, friends, teachers, or even future partners. The ripple effect. Modeling positive behavior beyond the family. The impact of modeling good behavior is not confined to the home. In fact, it extends far beyond the four walls of the family unit. Parents are the first and most influential role models in a child's life, but their example will shape how their children interact with the wider world. For instance, how a parent interacts with a cashier at the grocery store, or how they speak about others when they are not around, can provide invaluable lessons for a child. Children, even if they don't fully understand the nuances of every situation, are constantly watching. A parent who models kindness and respect towards strangers sends a message that these values extend beyond the family circle. Similarly, a parent who owns up to their mistakes and apologizes when necessary teaches the child the importance of accountability, humility, and grace. These seemingly small actions are the building blocks of a child's character, laying the foundation for them to treat others with empathy and integrity throughout their lives. The value of imperfection. Turning mistakes into learning opportunities. The road to personal growth and maturity is paved with mistakes, both for parents and children. No parent is immune to moments of frustration, impatience, or outright failure. There will be times when a parent snaps in anger or behaves in a way that doesn't align with their ideals. However, it is how parents handle these moments that presents another vital opportunity for teaching. When a mistake happens, whether it's a parent losing their temper or responding poorly to a situation, it's important to acknowledge it. Instead of ignoring or brushing off the moment, a parent should take the time to admit their mistake to their children. Apologizing to a child demonstrates humility and reinforces the concept that no one is perfect, and that mistakes are an essential part of learning and growth. Parents should take these moments of imperfection to reflect on how they might handle the situation better next time. This teaches children that growth is a lifelong process and that it's okay to learn from one's mistakes. By showing humility, parents can model the value of personal growth, turning what could have been a negative experience into a powerful lesson on emotional maturity. Building trust through consistency. Trust is the bedrock of any relationship, and parenting is no exception. Consistency in words and actions fosters a sense of security in children. When a child sees that their parents' actions align with their words, they begin to trust that the values their parents espouse are not merely idealistic, but real and tangible. This trust goes beyond simple reassurance. It becomes a foundation upon which a strong relationship is built. When children trust their parents to be consistent in their values, they are more likely to listen to and follow guidance, even when they may not fully understand the reasons behind the rules. Trust fosters mutual respect, which is essential for healthy communication and cooperation within the family. How parents influence future generations. The influence a parent has on their child extends far beyond their immediate childhood. The behaviors children learn from their parents shape the way they will navigate the world as adults. Whether it's handling relationships, managing emotions, or dealing with conflict, the examples set by parents serve as a blueprint for how children will handle similar situations in their own lives. Consider the long-term implications of a parent who demonstrates respect, patience, and integrity in their everyday actions. That child will likely go on to model those same behaviors in their relationships with others, be they friendships, romantic relationships, or professional interactions. Parents who display emotional maturity provide their children with a roadmap for handling life's challenges in a constructive and compassionate manner. Parenting. Through example. A legacy of integrity and empathy. In the end, one of the greatest gifts a parent can give their child is the gift of living by example. Words are important, but actions speak louder. By consistently modeling respect, patience, empathy, and emotional maturity, parents provide their children with the tools they need to build strong relationships and navigate the world with integrity. Through their actions, parents not only shape their children's behavior, but also mold their character, laying the foundation for a future filled with respect, compassion, and resilience. The legacy a parent leaves is not just in the lessons they teach, but in the example they set every single day.